大家好，欢迎来到 MLOps WTF. Oh no, hang on, that's the wrong language. But I'm going to kick off by asking if we can try to define agentic AI. So, what do you think? What's the definition?
So I sort of subscribe to Anthropic's view on this. And so specifically, an agent is something that has autonomy in making decisions about its environment. This is in contrast to another architectural design pattern of workflows. So that is a more orchestrated or procedural process for doing that. But ultimately, an agentic system is anything that is making decisions about its environment to fulfill a task, effectively, is how I like to think of it, at least.
Okay, so for me, I like to keep it very simple. It's just a system that can think for itself based on the resources you've given to it, and it can make decisions based on those resources. That's just it. That's just the simple definition.
What do you feel is the level of maturity in terms of tooling and capabilities right now?
It's an awful lot of, frankly, marketing hype from some of the biggest CEOs in the world around this. There's a lot of stuff that can happen. A lot of stuff can go wrong. And I personally would not feel comfortable having very many of my business processes solely handled by agents given the maturity level we're at. I think there's interest and exploration. I haven't seen any use cases in production. I've seen spikes, but no kind of production use cases yet.
What you think the barriers to adoption are? What are these technical difficulties?
Building the AI agents is not the problem. It's how do we manage them. So the challenge here is when an AI agent makes a decision, how do we defend those decisions? What are the audit trail? I guess what I'm saying is that probably we should start preparing for agent ops. Because once we're able to tell businesses that, yes, this AI agent can do this, observe them to be able to know what they're doing clearly, then I guess adoption would gradually start coming in.
Great. So we need to invent agent ops.
Yeah.
So if anybody has that sounds like a good opportunity. But what do you feel the future of agentic AI is?
What I think is that we'll get to a point where we start to see AI agents as junior developers, where humans are their manager, in the sense that we'll realize that they're intelligent, but they need close management, so they don't go do something that will cause business or affect people. And then agent ops, obviously, someone will do it. That's the truth, and it will become something open source that people will start plugging into.
My hope is it'll be more boring, more standardization, more components, because if you can deploy 10 AI agents as easy as one, you can deploy 1,000. Now, if you're being responsible, a manager can keep an eye on junior developer. You can't keep an eye on 1,000. So I basically think we're going to have some really, really good and boring data tools.
Good and boring data tools, including auditing, right? Because clearly that's
auditing, provenance, all of that.
Yeah.
And I think that is absolutely vital.
Any other points to make or questions for the panelists for one another? Are you happy?
I was going to ask, so would we just class Cursor as a production AI agent or any of those coding systems?
Right.
Is that a production AI agent? Would we call it that? I mean, is a coding agent, does that make it an AI agent? And does that count as a production system?
Because if so, it's something that a lot of people are using, right?
And I guess it just challenges the idea that there aren't maybe AI agents in production as well.
No. And I think it's a very good question. I think that comes back to what we think of as the actual software development lifecycle. So writing the code, unit testing it, committing it, merging it into prod, deploying it is a whole thing. But you could automate the entire process from, we've got an issue on GitHub, AI agents and stuff have done end-to-end and then submitted and merged a pull request. I'm going to get into semantics and I won't bore you with that too much. But it comes down to what do we mean by definition? Is it taking an action, and is the action writing the code or doing the Java developer all the way through? If we're saying writing code, sure. But my opinion is no.
mean, I just want to, maybe I want to marginally challenge that without wanting to get into an argument with the organiser of Pi Data London, which I'm also speaking at, and Faith is also speaking at. So we don't want to piss you off. But does it matter that, okay, maybe you're not happy about the use of the tool as far as building production systems, but is it not the case that if people are using it, like for real things, then it's a production system? Like Cursor in and of itself is a production system that uses agents. Would you not say?
I think I'd disagree with the use of the word agent as much as anything else. Admittedly, it does generate code. I've had similar arguments about any data system, any machine learning system, any software system. It's in production if you're getting value from it. But yeah, totally, there is an element of it being in production. So I made the argument myself, can't argue with it.
A round of applause for our panelists. Thank you very much. I'd like to give you a gift from Fuzzy Labs. So to get these gifts, you have to do a talk. That's how it works. So I'd like to first offer you a Fuzzy Labs duck. We also have Fuzzy Labs socks. They are made of maths. There's a repository on GitHub if you want to generate your own socks. But even better, do a talk at this event, and then I'll give you some.